Hello, good morning. I am very excited today. It is Monday, February. Alexa, what's the day today? Okay, today is Monday, February 19th. I'm gonna be doing my first ever reading vlog. I'm so excited. I wanted to start this on a Monday, so it's kind of like a clean slate of a week. I'm gonna be taking you guys through just a week of me reading. Yeah, I usually love to watch these videos when I'm like sitting on the couch reading like on my own. I'll just put this on the TV so I feel like we're reading together. And that inspired me to make this video. So I'm like, oh my god, like let me be that person for someone. Or like, I don't know, like just read along with me. Last night I finished Hush Little Baby and it was so good. Honestly, I was a little scared because I thought it would put me into a reading slump since I started it a week ago, and it was kind of a shorter book but it was kind of a shorter book, so I didn't really expect it to take that long to finish, like a full week to finish. Usually a book like that would take me like 3 days, 4 days max, but it took me a whole week and I'm like, oh my god, is this like a reading slump? I read it and then didn't read it like for the rest of the week because I was just on my phone and I started a new job and it was just so much like going on. Last night I picked it up and I'm like, let me just read a couple pages in. Like I didn't expect to finish it that night because I still had like 200 or so pages to go. Dude, I flew through that book. It was insane. Like I was on page 68 and then I would just read for like 5 minutes and next thing I knew I was on page like 100. I was like, how the hell did this happen? Like it's just so good of a book. I'll talk more about it obviously in my book review, but I did rate it 5 stars. It was so good. And so after finishing that, I kind of was on like this thriller high and I wanted to read another thriller book, which leads us to the book that we're starting this week off with, Perfect Little Children by Sophie Hannah. I am so excited. This is one I picked up at the library. It's on my TBR list because I picked it up at the library. I started it last night, but I wanted to start the video on Monday, so disregard the little reading I did yesterday. But I'm on page 56 and it's so good so far. I didn't know that this was like a British book, I guess to say. So like I was reading it and they're saying like football and mum and I'm like, oh, what is this? But I'm like, okay, like girl, it's just the United Kingdom. So I'm gonna read some of this today and then I will update you guys at whatever part I'm at. But so far she's kind of giving, like it's kind of good. Okay, also I did want to preface this with, since it is a reading vlog and I'm gonna be like updating you guys on what I'm reading, there is gonna be like minor spoilers. I'm still trying to learn how to talk about things spoiler free, but for the case of this video, there is gonna be some spoilers as I update y'all. So just beware that I am gonna be mentioning some spoilers about the books I show. Okay, good morning. It is the next day. As you guys saw, I basically was just like reading my book while Anthony was playing his game. We ended up reading a lot more than I thought I would be reading. So now I am officially halfway through. So far it's pretty good. It's not predictable to me in the sense that I don't know what's gonna happen at the end. Like I don't know how she's gonna tie this story together. So far I really like the family relationship and like the dynamic. So like the mom is the main character and she's trying to figure out why these kids haven't aged, and like there's like this huge mystery going on with her friend and then people are lying to her and she's just trying to figure that out. But she like her daughter, I want to say her daughter's like 17 or something, and it's just so funny having like that mother and daughter dynamic because it reminds me a lot of like me and my mom, like the way we would talk. Like they're just sitting like in the car like discussing like, oh my god, like what happened to like her friend, what happened to like the kids, and the way they just interact, I'm like, oh my god, like that's something me and my mom would do. And it's like in a healthy way too. Like the whole family dynamic is so healthy. Also with the dad, I liked how the author made the dad like suspicious. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Like the dad obviously cares about his wife's health and he's like, hey honey, like this obsession, it's like, it's not really good. but he's not doing it in like a condescending way where he's like, oh, you didn't really see anything. Like he's like listening to his wife and is like, okay, like I understand, like you saw this, like go ahead, go on your little ride along and go investigate, but like you have to come home tonight, and you know, I want you to not like focus on this like all night. Like he's actually a really good husband and like dad. Like I thought they were gonna make him be like, oh, you're not seeing things, like gaslight her. But so far, like I actually like the way like he like lets her do what she has to do, but then is also like caring, but not in a condescending way. Obviously it's so good so far. I'm just waiting to see like what happens, because so far like it's just lie after lie after lie she's being fed, and I'm like, we need to figure out what's going on. I do plan to finish this today. I think I can. I'm like 45% through, but I think if I just bust it out, I can do it. So I'm gonna make a coffee and we're gonna read some this morning. Okay, we're about to head out for the day, but I just want to update y'all. I did shower and ate breakfast. So it's around like 1 p.m. now. I spent the morning kind of reading and going on my phone, so that's why it's not finished yet. There was this like weird scene. It wasn't weird, but like it was out of place from the book. Like we're so hung up on trying to find out what's wrong with this family, and then all of a sudden like the mom's at the daughter's school and they're fighting like a racist teacher. So like it's a scene about like dealing with racism in a way, but it's out of place with the main story plot itself. Guys, we're about to go to Barnes and Noble, and the only reason I'm going because I have 2 gift cards, so I'm very excited. We were just at Target and I was already in the book section, and I almost had to buy 3 books, but I'm gonna see what they have at Barnes. It's just that Target always has like the little sales like on books, like extra 20% off, like cover price. So I'm always like I want them so bad. But I was looking at Powerless, Hellbent, I think it's called like Sanctuary of the Sun. That kind of sounded interesting. I know there's a lot of discourse and all of it is negative about Gothicana, I think it's called. It's this one. I've seen some reviews where it's like a horrible dark romance book. The pages were so pretty though, like they were like this dark purple. I was kind of tempted because I just read like the cover and I'm like, oh, this is cool, but I already know like the opinions of that girl. I want to get Atlas 6, but they don't have the first one. They only have the second ones. I eventually need to get the Throne of Glass series and the Crescent City series, but I'm gonna wait. But we're gonna go to Barnes & Nobles right now. You guys, stop. Okay, yeah. You guys, I did damage. I did some damage. There was, turn that down. There were no sales, which was a little like, but honestly, I don't know, like when in Rome, just buy books. But I did have some gift cards I wanted to use, and I went in there wanting to get a horror book and then Powerless. I ended up getting Powerless and then some other books that I will show you guys when I'm back home. Yeah, I went from like only having 1 book in hand to like getting a whole bunch all of a sudden. Like I just found a certain section and that's when like all these books, I'm like, oh my god, I could have been there for like hours. But I'll show you guys what I got later. I have my cranberry juice and my Tango Mango, and I am 73% done with the book. So I'm gonna just drink this, watch Anthony play, and finish this book tonight. I'm like nearing the end, and I'm getting to like, I feel like a climactic scene, but I'm so confused because they're just sitting down, like the people that are the parents of like the family that she's looking for, and they're just sitting down and they're like giving up all this information, like info dumping on me, and I'm like, this isn't really giving what I thought it was gonna give. But let's finish it up. We made it to the epilogue. Okay, you guys, I just finished this book. Okay, so I think the last time I updated y'all was when I'm like, oh, they're just info dumping. So after that, like, more stuff happened, and I'm low-key like disappointed. It was such like, I don't know, I rated it 2 stars on Goodreads because it was low-key kind of boring. Like, I read it fast because I'm like, I wanted to know what happened, but once you get to like the final 40 pages and you're slowly learning what happened, it's like, oh my god, like this whole cat and mouse trying to find information the whole book was such a letdown, because then you read what happens and you're like, okay, this is so stupid. Like, you have this great premise that I thought was gonna be more like paranormal, and then it turns out to be not even like ending that pays off. I don't know, like I just rated it 2 stars. But anyways, I'm gonna go to bed and then I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I haven't decided what book I want to read next, so we'll have to pick. Okay, so for my next book, I actually asked Anthony which one I should read, and he said the purple one. So let me show you what the purple one is. The purple one is, oh, this is horrible lighting. It's Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. I did get this from my library. I'm excited because it's a young adult and it won't have like any of that uncomfortable spicy scenes, but also it's enemies to lovers. And if y'all know, I am not particularly the biggest fan of Ali Hazelwood, nor do I love when she writes about enemies to lovers, because I don't know, I just don't think that these testify as enemies to lovers. But I don't know, like I don't know if it's just I don't like her writing because it's very much like millennial in some of the books I read, no offense. But like it's very cringy, like I think her writing's cringy sometimes. But I heard this one's pretty good. I hope it's not disappointing because I just don't like the way she writes enemies to lovers. So, wish me luck. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday today. Today I have my first day of training at my new job. So I'm about to do like a light makeup because I don't like having too much heavy makeup, especially if I'm gonna be doing something that requires like me like moving all the time. Last night I got like 20 pages in. I put it on Goodreads, I'm only 5% in. It's pretty good so far. I know I like to dog on Ali Hazelwood, which is so rude of me. Like I don't mean to do it. There's just, I guess it's more so like book talk because it was super hyped up on book talk. And then I would read it and I didn't like it. But for this one, like I'm only 20 pages in, it's good so far. It's so like they're mentioning like Visco girl aesthetic and I'm like, what that, like I don't know, like it's so weird to see like stuff like that in books. But I'm about to do my makeup and watch a YouTube video, so this is probably gonna be just time-lapsed. So come on guys, let's go. Okay, I decided that I'm gonna do a voiceover for this section. Oh, okay, I'm putting on my primer. Sorry, this is so rushed. But I'm putting on my primer. I use the e.l.f. one. Then I use the e.l.f. like the Halo Glow Stick. Honestly, this is like the best thing ever. I use it as my foundation because it just has good coverage. Okay, I low-key forgot I didn't have beauty blenders. So I had to go get a one, like a beauty blender, reusable, disposable one. So I just pat it in, and then next, oh, I found a random metal thing on the ground. I got scared. Okay, so after that, I curl my lashes. Okay, I have a dingy curling eye. Please ignore the background noise. Anthony's playing a video game. Oh, the ColourPop brown eyeliner is the best eyeliner in the whole world. That exact one that I'm using, the one I'm using right now. Also, don't judge the way I put on eyeliner. Like, this works for me. It looks good in selfies. But I low-key be struggling, so I put the eyeliner on, as you can't see because I'm blocking it with a random makeup palette. But yeah, so that's me putting my eyeliner on. I don't know what to say. I never done voiceovers, so you can just hear me like waiting for the next part. But honestly, eyeliner I feel like can make or break my makeup look. Like when I don't feel good, all I gotta do is put on eyeliner and I look good. Okay, this is my lash combo for some days, not all days. But at first I used this Lancome one. This one honestly like makes my lashes look good. You can't tell because I had some lash extensions in the past that have probably yanked out my eyelashes, so they aren't as glorious as they once were. After that, I go with the Grand Cosmetics lash one. I don't really use this one often, and when I do use it, I like to use it first. But in this case, I just used it second, which wasn't really a good decision, but obviously I kind of like it. Ooh, the Halo Glow blushes are so good because they add like a little glow. Honestly, I don't even think I put a lot on, like, in the moment. I always never know, like, if I'm adding too much blush or too little blush, so I usually end up having too little, or I put too much on. Oh, look at my kitty cat. Okay, next are the brows. So I got this Anastasia one, like, after Christmas with my gift card. I really don't see a difference. It literally does nothing to my brows, but here I am pretending like it's doing something. Then we gotta clean it up. Next, I'm going in with my concealer. I decided to do concealer last because it covers up. Okay, this background noise is actually ridiculous. I'm so sorry. Anthony's playing Elden Ring, so please ignore that. But I put on the concealer in these areas. And this concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me. And honestly, it is so good. Like, that's the only one I can swear by. I've used countless concealers. This is the only one that genuinely matches. Oh, my kitty. That genuinely matches. Next, I have the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and I got it from Sephora when I got the Anastasia, and this is the final look. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is the finished product. As you can see, oh, not my blush not being, but yeah, I just used like some of my everyday products. So basically, like, that's my everyday makeup if we're being for real. Usually I would do kind of like more amounts sometimes, but I kind of just wanted to keep it light, like I said. But this is it. This is the face. Should I have added more blush? I don't know. I never know if I add too much blush. So yes, I'm gonna go put my pants on and then go downstairs and just read a little before I have to go in. Okay, guys. I had a piece of toast. I read like 12 pages of my book. So far, okay. I think I already said this, and I'm probably just being repetitive. Low-key, so far, she's kind of eating with the book. Like, the rivalry kind of makes sense so far. Like, the enemies part makes the most amount of sense so far compared to, like, her other books. The main character is probably my favorite female main character out of all her books I've read. I don't know if it's because she's closer to my age, but she is giving relatable, and she's kind of funny and stuff. It's exceeding my expectations, but I'm only 10% in, so we will see. But yes, I'm about to go head into work for my first day. Guess where I'm going? But yes, I work a long shift today, so I'm gonna try to read on my lunch, but we'll see. Okay guys, I just got off. It is a little close to 7. I had a really great first day. I'm honestly like, because every time I've had a first day at a job, it has gone horrible. I am awkward, I am shy, people I work with just don't talk to me, they're not inviting. I don't know if it's my vibe. Maybe that's it. But I came here and everyone was like, I only work in a certain department, but everyone I met was so nice, like joking with me, making me feel so comfortable and welcoming. And that's just something like I've never experienced. And I'm like, oh my God, like what's the catch? So I feel really good. I'm about to go get some dinner. So yes. Okay. We have a Barnes & Noble haul. I'm very excited to get into this. Okay, but I come to you guys with my Barnes & Noble haul. I'm very excited. So I know I come on here and I say, no guys, don't go to Barnes & Noble. I had a gift card. Do you think the gift card covered everything I got? No. Do you know why? Because Barnes & Noble is so dangerous. Like going in there, I literally like, at first I'm like, what should I get? And I was like slowly adding to like, as you guys can see, my Anthony pile where I just stack books in his palms. And then I didn't really find anything and I'm like, okay, let me just check one last section. You guys, that one last section I checked, it was just like non-stop, like need. Like, oh my God, like all these books, I literally was so like, you guys, I wanted to buy every single book. And like, I had to stop myself because like, I was like, get, all from like one little section. Because I didn't have luck in any other section. I didn't go to the romance because I knew I wanted fantasy. So I went to the fantasy section. It was just very overwhelming because there's so many books. Then I skipped thriller at first because I'm like, I don't want thriller. Like, I want a horror book. Like, I want horror. I didn't really find anything in the horror section, which was kind of disappointing because at the other Barnes & Noble I was at back home, there's like so much horror books I wanted. And then I came to this one and I literally picked up every single book they had. And so I ended up going to the thriller section because I know I'm a sucker for thrillers. So I know if I go into the thriller, like I will buy every book. So that's kind of why I like avoided it because I didn't want to buy every book when I only had an unlimited gift card. But I got one book and then the rest I just got like in the YA section because the young adult section, like they low-key ate. Like everything I found was like, oh my God, like that's the section where I was like in a trance because there were so many good options. Let's get into what I got. So before, as you guys saw, I went into Target and also there's so many books I want to get at Target too. Like it's ridiculous being surrounded by so many books. Like it's honestly so ridiculous. But I did pick up a book because of Book Talk, but this one is very much so promising and that is Powerless. I've seen this book everywhere, but I have yet to see a negative review because when I see a popular book on TikTok, I get both negative and positive reviews. This one, I've only seen like positive things, but it is Powerless. But I like to like talk to Anthony about the books I get because he genuinely sits there and like listens. When I tell him I'm reading like ACOTAR or like any fantasy book, he's like, you just read it because the smut. Who let him? He's so rude to say that to me. Yes, the spice is appreciated, but we read it for the plot. I swear I read it for the plot. But I picked up Powerless. Hunter Hunted. Like that is a real enemies to lovers because Hunted Hunter. I know because I was reading off this. It's like trials. He's a prince. She's an ordinary. She's faking being an elite. He is an elite. We're gonna see what goes down. Also, Barnes & Noble, I think I already said it, but they were not having any sales. So that was so like heartbreaking when I'd actually have to pay the real price. Next I got, this was the one horror book I did pick up. It's called Brother. Like I was saying, like none of the books were really speaking to me. This one sounded so good. So it was kind of giving like, oh my God, what is that movie called? The Hills Have Eyes. The Hills Have Eyes. Where it's like they live in like the middle of nowhere and if you take the back roads, like the deserty back roads, this is what that was giving. So in the Appalachian Mountains, there's like a farmhouse and it's like it says far away from any main road. Like it's this farmhouse and like the back roads, you know? And so basically like girls go missing, people go missing. The cops know that this farmhouse is responsible, but they're just like, okay, fuck it. Like y'all, my grandpa doesn't like when I curse. But they're like, if you guys are gonna keep killing, like, just do what you do. Just do what you do. But one day, there's this girl that the main character, Michael, meets named Alice, and he falls in love with her. Like, it's Michael, this kid from this farmhouse horrific family, falls in love with this girl, but his brother is like, oh, did you forget who we are? Do you forget what we do? Do you forget what we eat? Do you forget what we kill? And so the premises, from what I gathered, is that he just like is chasing after this love he loves, but his brother's like, oh no, you're a monster like the rest of us. So that is Brother. I am so excited. I'm honestly really excited for this one because like my personal fear, like I can watch a ghost movie, I can watch a zombie movie, those don't scare me, but like the real life effed up families, those scare me because I'm like, wait, that's like, that could be real. So the fact that like the main character comes from those effed up families, kind of interesting. Next, I don't know what's coming out, so we're both gonna be surprised, right? You're gonna be surprised, Tango? Okay, I'm gonna get to the book. Okay, I saw this and I was like, crossbones, interesting. I didn't see the cover at first, but this is the beautiful cover. Beautiful, beautiful. I read this. So basically it's about the main character and she just wants to prove her strength. Prove that she is one with the pirates. I don't know if I mentioned it to y'all, but I have been so desperately wanting to read like a pirate romance. Like we read hockey romance, we read fae romance. I need pirates. I don't care about vampires. I don't care about werewolves. I need a pirate romance. Like, I don't know, like, I just wanted that. Like, I needed that. So when I saw the word pirate, I was like, yes. Then it's about Kane Blackwater, who wants to leave behind the shady deals he made to keep his father's ship afloat. The trials. Every damn fantasy book has to have a trial, okay? We need to, like, get rid of that trope because it's actually getting on my nerves. The trials represent a new beginning, yet rumors of a secret heir are swirling, threatening his hopes of becoming the Pirate King. Pirate King. Then there's like a third character who is avenging her mother's death. But yes, Kane, the third character avenging her mother's death, and the first character wanting to prove her strength amongst pirates, they're all gonna fight in this trial and fight for the throne. It is part of a series, so it is book 1, but I don't know if this is a turnoff for you guys, and it's gonna sound really horrible. I bought it, or I fell in love with the back, and then I noticed it said Wattpad. A lot of criticism about books on Book Talk is that they give off Wattpad writing. So when I pick up a literal Wattpad book, I was like, oh my god, do I even get it? Because like, I used to write fanfic on Wattpad. I know that app, okay? I read that app. I read fanfics in middle school at 10 p.m. under my covers on my tablet. I know about Wattpad books. But pirates? What it was like, and this is like, it was near the time where like I was getting ready to go like check out, and I saw pirates and I was like, we're getting it. I don't care if it says Wattpad, we're getting it because it's pirates. But I'm very excited to see how this one plays out. If you guys know any good pirate romances, please let me know because I'm so desperate. I need a good pirate romance. And if you say Hooked, that's already on my TBR, but recommend me something else. Next book that we have, The Hawthorne School. This was that one thriller book I told you guys I got. It's a very, I don't know, something about a mother and mother protecting her child thriller. It's obviously gonna do it for me every time. Perfect Little Children, it's about a mother investigating children. That is not what the book's about. I described it very badly, but we'll save it for my actual review video. Hush Little Baby. You guys wait until I post my, I don't know if this is going up first or my February reading wrap up, but Hush Little Baby. But this one is about a mother who takes her, she's a single mother, we don't love that she's a single mother, but we love that she's a strong single mother, you know? She takes her son to like this private school, everything's going nice, they have amazing test grades, they have amazing testimonies for the school, but then the mother discovers a secret and the school is actually lying to her, manipulating her. They're like, it's just like, becomes twisted, like it's basically how the school is like lying to her and manipulates her. Those are the only 2 words, obviously, I know, since I said it like 28 times. But the very last sentence, this exploration of a young mother wanting to do the best for her child. Basically, the school is messed up and the mom has to protect her child. I'm excited for this one. Yes, I did pick it up because the cover looked very, very interesting. Like, you're gonna tell me you don't want to read that book. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover. So far, y'all, we are 4 books in. That gift card, we were gonna make her stretch. I was like, no. We have my discount on top of that. We have my gift card. We're gonna keep piling books. Next, I'm pretty sure y'all already saw it. This one, I've stumbled upon her countless times. I honestly could have got this book at Half Price Bookstore, but it was $11.99 at Barnes & Noble, and I'm like, that's actually, like, that's the price I believe books should be. I have heard things about her. I actually have her other series that I haven't started yet called Once Upon a Broken Heart that I've heard amazing things about. Can't wait to start. I've also heard really good things about this book. I've heard that this one is kind of like, you have to get through this one because it's just world building. And then the next books in the series actually are like better. So I'm like, you know what? Why not add another series to my TBR, the never-ending list of series that I want to start? Let's add another fantasy book to the list. I don't know, I can't find like a standalone book of a fantasy genre because they're all series. Is that disappointing? No. because they have such beautiful covers and beautiful stories. It just sucks that I'm gonna end up having to buy like 8 books per series I decide to pick up. But yes, Caraval, I've heard so much about it. Excited to get into it. So far, these are the books I got. Look how gorgeous they look. I love a good book. We have 2 more left. This book, I've seen good things about it, but for every good thing I've seen about it, I've seen bashing reviews. I've seen people hating this book. I've seen the lowest of lowest reviews, and I still got it. Serpent and Dove. Now, you're probably wondering, why did you get this book that everybody has been bashing? 1, it's $12.99, so I had to get it. We had to get it. 2, a witch and a witch hunter. Like, I just have to find out for myself if it's really worth it, because that premise, witch and a witch hunter, sounds so good. You guys know I love enemies to lovers if it's real, genuine enemies. If it's something where it's like miscommunication that she thinks they're enemies, that's not enemies to lovers. That's not. This, where it's for real, like, oh, she's a witch and I'm a witch hunter, that's when we're gonna get into the tea. But I picked her up because I honestly wasn't gonna pick her up. I got this towards the end, so since my gift card was only going such far lengths to cover this cost, and I saw this was $12.99, I was like, Anthony, come get it, because if it's low-key that affordable and it has what I want, we're gonna test it out and see if it's genuinely as bad as some people make it out to be. Okay. Last book, guys, last book. The last book I got, Flowers in the Attic and Petals of the Wind, I believe it is. I know the movie Flowers in the Attic, like, I don't know if they made it a movie. I think they probably did. But I've heard about it like growing up, like all the time, like how it's like just this drama of a story and so much happens and it's intense and emotional and raw and vulnerable, and I've always wanted to read it because I like how the kids, I know the premise is like the kids, the mom, I think, I do not take my word, this is all from my head without any prior research of this book in years, so I think it's where the mom hides or sends her kids to live in the attic, and then like they genuinely have to live up there. That's all I know kind of thus far, and that premise low-key be sounding interesting to me. I picked it up. I originally picked up Flowers in the Attic by itself, and that book alone was $17.99, and I'm like, no. But if you buy it with the second book from the author, it's $14. And so I'm like, okay, discount, like that's a discount if I ever knew what a discount was. So, what? Sorry, I just flipped it to the back of the book by accident. And it says, which will be your first? Losing My V? Pure? Seduction? What the hell kind of advertisements are these? So this was the last book I got, but I hope you guys enjoy my haul. Back on the reading track, Check and Mate. I like it. I like the book, okay? I like the book. I went in like being a haterade. I went in with all the negativity in the world. I went in thinking I was gonna hate this book and burn it to the ground. I don't hate it, but I don't love it because my guards and my walls are still up. I am on chapter 7 and it is pretty good so far. I really love the main character. I love the way she's written. Her having to like provide for the family, deal with little siblings, like loving them, because all the characters I read this far in Ali Hazelwood book, I just don't really resonate with them. This one, the more I read about this main character, the more I'm like, she's not insufferable. I can actually read about her and not be like, ugh. But sorry, Tingo. I actually like it so far. But yes, that was my little update and my little haul. It is Wednesday, so I'm halfway through the week. I've already got 1 book down. I'm gonna read some more of her. I'll see you guys later. Good morning, it is Thursday. I go to work, same time, same schedule. So I'm not really able to like really get some good reading in, which is a little shocking. But I wanted to show y'all like working like with a job and everything, like a more realistic reading schedule for me in my life, because like when I'm not working, I'm able to just like read all day, which is like, that's a dream, honestly. But now that I started this new job, this is kind of gonna be like a realistic reading vlog, I realized. So thank you guys for watching up until this point. Obviously we still have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to watch, but I'm gonna be reading some more of Checkmate. My plan, I've been reading it on my lunch and on my 15s. So I've been pretty good about just reading, because honestly, like, I just want to pick it up and read it, because I'm not like other girls. Nah, but my plan is to at least get more than halfway by tonight. So I'll check in with y'all later. Okay, I need coffee, so let's make coffee. This is the most delectable coffee ever. She's so good. I think the best bread in the world. I'll slice up some apples. If I should do my makeup, but I kind of don't want to. Like, I want to do it just because, you know, I do feel prettier when I put on like eyeliner and stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't want to take out like 20 minutes of my day to do makeup when I just want to like read, or like, I don't know, I just don't really want to do my makeup. So why am I forcing myself to feel obligated to do my makeup, you know? So I'm reading, right? I come across a quote. Do y'all mind if I just read the quote to you? This is a grown man saying this to an 18-year-old girl. First tournament and you get to the final. Oz mumbles, angrily splitting a twig in a million pieces. Damn child prodigies. I'm 18, I point out. You are a chess child, an infant. I could shove my nipple in your mouth and you wouldn't be able to latch onto it. Why are we talking about male nipples? I hate male nipples. And why are you threatening for someone to latch onto it? Like, sickening. Okay, I just pulled up to work. I have like, oh my god, my hair's horrible. I have 10 minutes until I have to clock in. Okay, ignore the very shitty quality. My camera is downstairs and I don't really feel like getting it, so we gotta go to the good old iPhone. But I got off and then I ate some dinner with Aunt and I just took a shower. And yeah, I'm in such a dilemma. Like, I don't know if I want to, one, cut my hair, and then I for sure want to retrim my bangs because they're a little bit overgrown for my liking. I don't know if I want to cut my hair because like it's kind of curled, so it's like kind of like to here uncurled, but I don't know if I want to cut it like to here. Like, looking at myself now, I kind of like it long, but I don't know if I want to cut it to here. I don't know if I want to dye it red, dye it black. Like, ugh. Hair is like my number one thing I always like put a lot of emphasis on because I feel like it's like it's like my comfort blanket. Hair is my comfort blanket. I always dye my hair. I'm constantly changing it. But I don't know, like, I'm in a stage of like, do I just, because right now it's fading from when I dyed it with the Good Dye Young red color. I don't know what I want to do. Comment below what you guys think I should do with my hair, because I don't know. And it's stressing me out. Today is Friday. We are approaching the end of the week. I have this weekend off and I'm so excited because well, it's not exciting, but I'm gonna go do laundry tomorrow morning, which I'm a little like, ugh, because I think it's gonna be, but I think it's gonna be like busy, and so I'm like, oh my god. But we're gonna go do laundry tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go to Goodwill, but I'm about to go head into work. Okay, we're doing sleepy time video diary because my phone or my camera is somewhere else. But I said I was gonna finish the book tonight, and it's Friday. I didn't finish it. I'm for sure gonna finish it tomorrow. I just came back from work with a pounding headache because I didn't eat anything all day. But I'm gonna finish it tomorrow because I'm gonna head to bed now. But it should be interesting tomorrow. So here's to us. Good night.
Hang up like hanging out with friends.
Yo. Oh my god, I've been filming so much on my phone. I miss my camera quality. These last couple days have seriously just been work, read, work, read, work, read. I'm off this weekend. We have some very big plans. No, we don't. I am heading off to the laundromat. I am gonna order a coffee. So we're gonna place the mobile order for Dunkin' because it's a $2 coffee.
Hi, welcome to Dunkin'. Did you have a mobile order to pick up today?
Good morning. I had a mobile order for Venetia.
All right, go for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that for you?
Thank you. Okay, laundry is done. I feel like every time I vlog, it's me cleaning, me doing laundry. So this either can mean like I'm a really dirty person or I am very active about cleaning and maintaining a clean space. But all I know is I'm gonna go home, do my little duties. I need to vacuum upstairs because Goodwill doesn't open until 10, so I still have like time to be home and do stuff. And I need to finish this damn book. I would say it's 4 stars, honestly. Like, I know I was a hater going in, but I think this is one of her better books, even though it's still a YA compared to like her adult books. I think that's the way I can describe it. But honestly, like, out of all of them, this one's my favorite. Like, oh, I'm stuttering. This main character isn't insufferable like the other ones were. So I'm excited. But yes, I am like 80% through. So we're gonna get her done. Good morning, Tango. Good morning. I think I'm gonna bust out this book. Also, okay, little update. There was a part in the book where, okay, first of all, throughout the book, as an older sister, I'm like a middle child, so it's just one underneath me that's younger. Does that make sense? But as a middle child, like, sometimes your sisters can be annoying, like your siblings can be irritating and they can be the B word. I say the B word specifically because in this book, there is this, like the main character, Mallory, she is like taking care of like the household. She provides for like the mortgage, the groceries, she cooks, she's just a chauffeur, like drives around. Like, it's exhausting. She's only 18 and she's doing all these things. Like, basically she's the head of household because her mom, I think the mom has some sort of like disability or something where she's like, some days she's okay and other days she's not. So basically Mallory is like the head of household. Throughout the book, like, this one sister is like I think a teenager because she's 15, but she's a complete brat. Also the other word that starts with a B, but she's just a brat. Like, she's ungrateful, she's rude. From my point of view, like when I'm reading the sisters saying all these mean like things to Mallory, I'm like, okay, we've all been there. Like, sometimes our sisters, like, and our siblings say things where it cuts deep and it's like, oh, like, you know? Like, I think the sister's like, oh, you're ungrateful, you're egotistical. Like, there were times where me and my siblings, we argued and we said some harsh things to each other. Even now, when you're siblings and you grow up in my dynamic so close to each other, and like, we literally lived in a household of like, we only had 2 bedrooms. We were all so, and even now we still are like so tightly knit, and I will never, ever, ever change that for the world because I almost said the F word, but in a good way. I flippin' love my siblings so damn much. Like, oof, I don't want to get emotional, but like, I don't know, like, that's just like, I just love the bonds I have with all of them. But we do argue, like, I once told my brother, I'm like, that's why you don't have your dog anymore. As he once said to me, that's why your lizard died. So we've shared some harsh words. I've called my little sister names I do not want to say on camera, and she has done the same to me. You know, like there's highs and lows. Besides the point of this whole sibling rant. But in the book, that's kind of what's happening. Like the sister's like I said, egotistical, yada yada. And Mallory's always like she's like, okay, fine, like she's just a 14-year-old, she doesn't know better, like yada yada. But then at the very, like towards the end of the book, like I don't know, you know, like the climax, I think that's what it's called. But like at the climax, like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but conflict just occurred. So you know when a conflict occurs and the characters like in like their low, like they just reach the high and then they hit the very low before they go on the high and it's ending. So she's at her very low right now. And she overhears her, like she's making dinner for the family that she bought the groceries for and pays for the mortgage and drives her sisters around and pays for like their special activities and stuff and whatever they want and like their guinea pigs food, like she's like, you know. So she overhears her siblings talking about the crock pot dinner she made and they're like, it's so oily, it's so disgusting, it's so fat. And then the sister's like, okay, but I made the dinner. Like Mallory's like, I made it. Are you gonna make dinner? Are you gonna cook? No, so shut up. And they're like, wow, like we're just saying, like, you know. And then she like is like, oh, like to the one that's been ungrateful the most, Mallory says to her, like, you're such a bitch. And I have to say the B word. I know I don't cuss, but I have to say it because it's a direct line from the book. But she's like, you're such a biatch, like you're ungrateful, yada yada. She calls the mom one, she calls the sister, like the youngest sister one. And so like then she's like, the character, like her inner monologue, she's like, oh my god, like what did I just do? Like I feel so disgusting and sick for saying that. In my point of view reading that, I'm like, dude, no, like I would do the same. Like it's well deserved, like because in the book she's like, I do this for you, I do this for you, you are ungrateful. And then she's like, oh my god, like I just used that against them, like how dare me, like I feel so sick for calling them bitches. Like my 12-year-old sister and my 15-year-old, I called them this word. But it's deserved. Like I don't know, maybe it's the way like I grew up, like where we just said those words to each other but then also like forgave each other. But I'm like, it's deserved. Like they are being ungrateful, they are being little brats, like I don't know. But I am so close to getting it done. I'm gonna try to bust it out because now my new plan is to finish this by today, which I honestly can finish this in the next like hour. So I think I'm gonna set aside an hour to finish it. Then I want to get a book read over this weekend because on Sunday, that's when my reading vlog week comes to an end, which is tomorrow. I want to see if I can bust out another book because I do want to get my library books read before I return them. But yeah, I just want to take advantage of my reading time since I don't really have a lot of time during the week. But I'm excited to see how this one comes full circle. Like I said, it is one of my favorites of Alan Hazelwood so far. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Okay, one thing I want to point out, I guess, or like focus on. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm so critical of Allie Hazelwood. I'm not. But she is like the only author that I've read like all her books, except Bride. I haven't read Bride yet. I probably am gonna like read it eventually. Dude, that book is like on hold at the library. Like there's a wait list for it for like 16 weeks. So I'm gonna have to find other ways. And I feel so bad. I feel like I'm just like criticizing. I swear I'm not, even though my record shows that that can be defined as such. Everything like is so oddly specific references. Like the 12-year-old right now was like, it's minuscule and the walls are made of toilet paper and Tazo tea bags. Like everything, like every description is so overly specific. Oh my gosh, I'm like literally pointing out like so little details. I don't know why I'm such a hater. I swear I'm not. I think it's just because it's all like I see on Book Talk, so the inner I'm not like other girls jumps out and I have to like be like, well, like this wasn't right. But everything is so oddly specific. Like everything is so like every reference has to be so oddly specific. It's so frustrating. I'm like, just say a thing. You don't have to reference and specifies. That's not a word, but you don't have to do that every time something happens. Like, do you guys know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm just like talking out of my butt, but like, does that make sense? Like, I don't know, like, I'm never gonna finish this book because why am I creating a book Instagram right now? Why am I creating a bookstagram? Guys, I get so distracted. We're gonna read. But also follow my bookstagram.
Starve at that point.
Y'all aren't gonna judge me for this, right? I'm fresh out the shower, okay? This is a very vulnerable moment for me. But I'm just gonna do my skincare. My room is very messy, but I'm going to clean it today. This is just a fit check for Goodwill and wherever I end up going to pick up that carpet product. Oh, it is so messy. Okay. So we have my little white socks. My favorite pair of leggings. This is actually a Aerie outfit. I love Aerie. I have not spent money on her in a long time because she's pricey. But I love Aerie. I literally have to like reserve these leggings for like special days because I just love them so much. But they're the ones that cross, they have pockets. They are so buttery. They're so buttery smooth. They're just like the cutest little leggings ever. And then I have this big oversized crew neck I got from Uptown Cheapsteak. And it says Self-Care Club, and it's also Aerie, which is why I bought it. It is very much oversized, but we're just going cozy for today because I don't really want to be not cozy. I was gonna wear jeans, but I feel like leggings just... Sometimes leggings is the vibe because they're so cozy. But let's go. I know in like every vlog, I am at Goodwill and I'm trying to save money. It's a battle. I genuinely do need more black t-shirts because I'm not supposed to wear like graphics and all of mine have graphics. Also, I was checking, I surprisingly don't own black t-shirts. So I'm going to go find more. Yes, I'm gonna be looking at the book section. The reason why I feel okay with spending this money is because I do go to Goodwill. So it's not like I'm going to Target or like, I don't know, just like a regular mall. Like I'm genuinely going to Goodwill to get like affordable items, and so that is what the goal is, looking for decor wise. Books, I just always like to look at the books. I do want to get a good cookbook, but we'll see. I swear that Goodwill is like, she is my girl. Like I love this Goodwill so much. Okay y'all, this is the before for the bedroom. I'm about to just do some more decor. It is very messy with random stuff everywhere. I have my bag of little decor, so obviously it's not gonna change entirely the room, but it's gonna change some of it, hopefully. Let's get decorating. I know the room is messy. Here's a little haul of what I'm gonna be trying to decorate with. They're just little fake plants. This was actually giving like spring vibes, so I just was like, okay, let's get it. This was just cute. It reminds me of my grandma. So they're salt and pepper shakers, but I'm gonna use them for decor. That's what I told the lady. She's like, these are so cute. I'm like, I know, I'm gonna use them like as decoration pieces. She's like, you know, anything works. This was half off. It's just a little like feeding bowl, but I thought it was so freaking cute. It says cat, 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 cat. It has little fishies in there. It's for Diana. And anytime I see like something that reminds me of home, I have to snatch it up. But it's like this little, it's this knickknack, but it says San Francisco and it has like the little city on it and it has a cable car. Then I was debating on getting this, but it was on sale and it's just a basic black sweater. So I'm like, okay, this is not like for my job. But it was like this very cute little green little Henley. But then I got this like this one in red. That was my haul. Now I'm gonna go back to redecorating. Okay, I cleared everything. Ignore. I have the vacuum still. Now I just have to figure out where I want stuff. Okay, this is clothes I have to sell, so that's not gonna be there. This unfortunately will be there, but I'm probably gonna put it against the wall. But I have like that little picture. I don't know if it should be lower, but it looks good from like real life perspective. I have a monitor Anthony gave me, but it's like curved, so it's gonna take up a huge amount, but it's okay. Very, very dirty, but we have to tackle it. My bed has a bunch of stuff on it. I have to vacuum. Vacuum in here, but this is kind of like a midway update. I have that done. I have my kitty. This I have to put away. My bookshelf, that's a water I'm gonna be drinking. I put my knickknacks on my bookshelf just to spice it up. And then I brought this from my living room upstairs because I put the one I got from Goodwill down there. I didn't realize that I just abruptly ended the vlog, which I'm so sorry because my cameras don't have footage for Sunday. I think because I just wanted to like read on Sunday and just like chill and edit the video, but obviously it took me a week to get this video edited because it was just so painstakingly long to edit. I was getting so frustrated. But anyways, I'm so sorry I did have to end it on a Saturday. Like I said, I just finished cleaning. Saturday and Sunday were just spent with cleaning. I did manage to finish Checkmate. I don't know if I told you guys that, but I finished Checkmate. It stopped the video. But I finished Checkmate, and then I picked up the book Tag You're Dead, which I ended up finishing that weekend. So I read Hush Little Baby, I think I finished in this video. Perfect Little Children, Checkmate, and Tag Your Dead. I've read 3.5 books, I guess. So that is so exciting. I don't know what else to say, but I will see you guys in my next video. Happy spring. Bye.